to turn themselves into fighting machines is simply barbaric. 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 Let that word resound from hill to hill. Barbaric.
Welcome to the 117th episode of Midnight Mayhem. I'm so excited to be here today. I've actually got a color commentator that has traveled the Carolinas. He's traveled the United States. This man, Dangerous E. Corey Etzel, is here to help me call this match.
117 times the people have tuned in to hear your voice?
I don't know necessarily if they've tuned in, Corey, but I know that the TV station is still letting us go.
Well, hey, if you can still get on, that's great. Good for you.
We've got a great matchup tonight. We've got the Bravado Brothers going against Los Ben Dejos, two tag teams that we have showcased multiple times on Midnight Mayhem, and both times that we have seen the Bravado Brothers, they have put on a hell of a show. Ben Dejos, every time they step into that squared circle, it's going to be a fun time.
I don't know much about Ben Dejos, but I do know the Bravados, Ring of Honor, FIP, Japan, England. You name it, they've done it, man. These guys are self-made men. They went out, they did it, now they're right here on Midnight Mayhem. How was that?
Look at you, putting over the product. You know what you're doing, Corey? I'm excited to have a good color commentator tonight. That right there, that is Jay Cruz. His partner, Jay Rios. Both of those men, we've seen them when we've covered PWX. We've seen them when we've covered Pro Wrestling Now. They're very exciting in the ring. It's almost like fireworks or a car crash. You can't turn your head, flips, all sorts of fun stuff. And the Bravado Brothers, kind of a different style.
Sounds like there's going to be a nice little collision, a demolition derby of pro wrestling style, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen here.
Now, tell me a little bit about the Bravado Brothers, Corey. These guys hailing from North Carolina.
That's right. They're from the Drapers section of Eden, North Carolina, which is right down the street from where I grew up. And, church-going kids, love their grandma, ready to roll. They really want to prove to the world, and especially their grandma, that they're going to be successful. I really think they're going to do good in this matchup.
Well, Corey, we have had multiple grandmas on our show, and when we have grandmas on our show, we always have to make them happy. We had one once that was obsessed with Joey Sylvia, and Joey Sylvia is not the kind of man that you want to be obsessed with, and this grandma wanted to see him get killed in the middle of the ring.
I grew up going to wrestling shows in Thomasville, North Carolina, where there was like grandmas everywhere, and they always brought a box of fried chicken. I don't know how the promoters let them bring it in, but they always sat front row with their box of fried chicken. Grandmas, you're great. We love you here at Midnight Mayhem.
Keep putting over the product, Corey, and putting over KFC or Hardee's back in it.
No, I didn't mention any names. They're not sponsoring this show. Calm down, Varnam.
All right. That right there, that is Harlem Bravado, his partner, Lance Bravado. Those men, they're big fans of Medieval Times. Medieval Times just right up the road from Midnight Mayhem Studios, parts unknown, South Carolina. Folks, we're going to have a hell of a matchup coming up. I don't know if you want to miss it. If you like what you're seeing, find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Midnight Mayhem CW21. We're going to have a fun matchup. Look at those boys. Los Ben Dejos, they might not have the size on their side, but they've got the excitement. We will be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Midnight Mayhem. You can tell I went to a Heart tribute band concert last night because I am a little bit out of it today on Midnight Mayhem. Both of these teams, very fun matchup. Corey Etzel sitting beside me. And folks, we're gonna have a hell of a time here on Midnight Mayhem tonight.
Man, we're so pumped up on energy drinks. It's midnight. I try not to get going until about 1 a.m. But Aaron, you've called me out. I had to come back on Midnight Mayhem. It's been a long time since I've been here.
Corey, it feels like only 10 minutes ago that we called a match together that went for the full 25 minutes. And it feels like that we have called a match together very, very recently. And it feels like this matchup is going to be just like the other.
So basically, I was just trying to kayfabe that whole thing, and you being a consummate pro have to bring it up before I could, because you know if I insult you, it's going to be way worse than anything you could say about yourself.
Are you telling me that this is the second time we're calling this match because I forgot to hit the record button?
This is the second time we are calling this match, but you know what? It was such a good match. Aaron, I don't mind sitting here with you and calling it again.
I'm going to act like I haven't seen it before. Beautiful matchup coming up, folks. Los Ben Dejos taking on the Bravado Brothers. Jay Rios in the ring right now with Harlem Bravado. We're going to see some fireworks coming up. I can guarantee you. It's almost like I see into the future and know what's going to happen in this matchup.
The hard part is I can't remember what I said in the first segment, so if I repeat myself, please don't comment on Facebook. Well, you know what? Comment on Facebook, like us on Facebook, Midnight Mayhem, CW21. Did I get all that right?
Facebook.com/Midnight Mayhem, CW21. Yes, yes!
Very good. I've been paying attention the past 20 minutes.
Folks, this matchup underway. Harlem Bravado working on Jay Rios right now. Rios, when you think about it, the pacing of this matchup is going to be almost like a pendulum. You've got a faster pace, Los Ben Dejos taking on the more mat-based, ground and pound style of the Bravado Brothers.
The Bravados are definitely fundamentalists. They are a great tag team. They've been together since birth. They know what the other one's thinking, almost telepathically. Hey, they're almost like the Dawsons when they were on the same wavelength, but let's hope they don't end up the same way as the Dawsons.
Now, the Dawson brothers, I had a tough time. Go back in our Facebook, our YouTube archives. I had a tough time calling them apart back when they were a well-oiled machine. I might have that same problem with the Bravado brothers, a very similar build between the two. And you just know that these men have worked together for a long time.
I don't know if your cameras pick it up, but Lancelot has a great deal of gray hair for such a young man. He's had a full head of gray hair since I've known him, and they were like 18, 17 years old when I first met him back in the day.
Now, the Bravado brothers, which one's the older brother?
Yes.
Gotcha. Beautiful arm drag maneuver. Both men going for the drop kick. Both men scouting it out well. Resetting in the middle of the ring. A show of sportsmanship and a show to the fans of Midnight Mayhem that this is not going to be a match that you're going to sit on your hands for. You're going to be up and out of your seat. Harlem Bravado showing that sportsmanship, going for a beautiful handshake in the middle of the ring.
No, what he's doing is being smart. He's resetting the match. He's setting it back to his pace. It's almost like when you see a boxer follow a guy in and then just change direction. He's breaking the rhythm of Los Ben Dejos.
Harlem Bravado able to get the upper hand, no pun intended. And here comes Rios. Rios, beautiful drop kick, going for a quick cover.
Lance almost making the blind tag there. That would have been a great opportunity, but he missed it, just barely.
Missed it by that much. Here comes Jay Cruz in the middle of the ring. Harlem trying to get any which way he can to tag in that brother Lancelot.
Probably not a good idea for Los Ben Dejos to wrestle the Bravado brothers. They have to keep this thing moving. They have to keep a fast pace if they want to win this match.
Lancelot, beautiful hip toss. Lancelot needs to go for that cover. He needs to make sure, and it looks like Jay Cruz knew what was about to happen before it even happened.
Check this out, went for the arm drag, but it was blocked, but still ended up with the wrist. There he goes, picking up the pace. This is where they're gonna win. Oh, nice move by Lancelot.
They may not be as fast as Los Ben Dejos, but they are just as smart, if not smarter, when it comes to some of the tactics in professional wrestling. Beautiful drop kick, folks. Going for a cover. 1, 2, Not enough to keep the big bravados down.
Everyone knows that good guys are stupid. Come on, Aaron. Go to the commercial break, Aaron. You know it's coming up. You done fought this twice.
It's coming up right here. My God! Welcome back to Midnight Mayhem. The third time we are watching this matchup. This is a hell of a matchup. Folks, you are seeing Harlem Bravado take down Jay Rios to the turnbuckle. Not going to be
Obligatory low blow reference.
Folks, this matchup underway. Lancelot stomping a mud hole into Jay Rios. Folks, I'm telling you, this matchup is a lot of fun, and we're only seeing it for the fourth time.
Nice quick tags between the bravados, trying to keep the fresh man in. That's the way you handle fast guys. You keep them down and you punish. You punish them slowly.
Harlem Bravado working on Jay Rios. Jay Rios has to get a tag to his partner, Jay Cruz. They just have to get the other man in, get that fresh man in. Lancelot adding some insult to injury right now.
Oh, we got to get the Facebook plug in, facebook.com/Midnight Mayhem CW21. Was there not a shorter name available?
We tried Midnight Mayhem. We tried lots of things, and Midnight Mayhem was already taken, so yes.
Oh, we're going to get sued. We're 117 episodes in, and we have a lawsuit coming. Good job.
Thankfully, I make no money off this show. Facebook.com/Midnight Mayhem CW21. The Bravado Brothers against Jay Cruz and Jay Rios. Los Ben Dejos, folks. We have seen the likes of these men when they wrestled in Pro Wrestling Now. We've seen them in PWX. The Bravados we've seen on Midnight Mayhem before. And folks, I can tell it to you again. I can watch these guys in the ring 1,000 more times.
The Bravados, Pro Wrestling Noah, Europe, Ring of Honor. These guys swept the floor of the Ring of Honor dojo just to make their bones. Fresh out of Draper in Eden, North Carolina, these are self-made men. And look at them right now. They are slowing down the faster-paced tag team.
Harlem Bravado working on Jay Rios right now in the middle of the ring. Rios trying to get those great Midnight Mayhem fans behind him. Let's take a look.
Cut to the guy that's really excited, smacking the guardrail. This guy behind him's even better.
They are loving this matchup, eating it up just like that box of popcorn they probably purchased from concession.
Yeah, okay. You were really stretching right there, weren't you? Good job.
Trying to. Beautiful maneuver right there, taking out the tag team partner of Harlem. That's going to be the opening that Los Ben Dejos needs to get this matchup more in their favor.
Bombs away from Cruz, goes right into a Hurricanrana. Joey Styles, thank you very much.
That was a beautiful call from Dangerous E. Corey Etzel up and over Jay Cruz. Beautiful, beautiful. Forearm shiver, and here comes Cruz off the top. Big crossbody, Charlie Dreamer style crossbody.
Well, Mil Mascaras, he's not as beautiful as Charlie Dreamer.
I just wanted to name drop Charlie Dreamer since, folks, you can go on our YouTube page and you can see the history between Dangerous E. Beautiful cutter from Jay Cruz.
What? Yeah, finish your thought. You interrupted yourself. It's very exciting. Let's go. Come on.
I was going to talk about how you can go on our Facebook page or YouTube page and see that Dangerous E. Corey Etzel will take on one Charlie Dreamer in a matchup.
You weren't as enthusiastic about it that time around.
Because I am watching this matchup right now. Los Ben Dejos with the advantage. Los Ben Dejos taking Bravado Brothers. Bravado Brothers do-si-doing around the ring. Beautiful maneuver by Los Ben Dejos. Bravados down and out in Myrtle Beach.
A small thing you may not catch, but it's definitely the size difference. The Bravados both took 10 punches to the face and they're still standing. That's because the lighter Los Ben Dejos shouldn't be throwing strikes. They need to rely on high impact, high flying maneuvers, not strikes. That's where they're going to lose. If they keep that up, they're going to lose.
You're talking to me. You analyze this like it's almost like a heavyweight boxing match versus a beautiful knee by Harlem. Almost like a cruiserweight. You're not going to be seeing those knockout punches from the cruiserweight.
That's true. This is almost like seeing Manny Pacquiao take on Vitaly Klitschko or Vladimir Klitschko. Their strikes are not going to have that kind of impact on the Bravados. The Bravados, though, every time they touch them, it's going to hurt.
The Bravados are taking this matchup outside the ring. They know if it becomes a brawl, the pendulum swings in their favor. And it's almost like it is bedlam in Midnight Mayhem Arena.
I think the referee would have already stepped in for a few standing 8 counts if this was boxing. But fortunately for everyone at home, this is pro wrestling, and it usually only ends on the mat 1, 2, 3, or submission. 2 count only. Let me get that call.
Dangerous E. Corey Etzel with a beautiful analysis of this matchup so far. Harlem Bravado, Jay Cruz in the middle of the ring right now. Yes. Harlem getting that quick tag in, getting the fresh Lancelot in. Both of these men know each other very well. They're brothers. They probably trained back in elementary school together. Tell me a little bit about the Bravado.
Well, they've been a tag team for 26, 27 years now, whereas the other gentlemen, the Los Ben Dejos, have only been together 6 years. But we got to talk about the FIP implications of this match. The Bravados, former FIP World Tag Team Champions, both of these teams in the top 10. Arguably, whoever takes this is going to be the #1 contenders to those FIP Tag Team Championships. Let's talk about that.
Full Impact Pro out of Florida, a very mid-major independent. You're seeing some rising stars right now. Let's see. Jay Cruz getting the knees to the back. The Bravados know their way around the ring. They're almost like ring generals. They are ring generals, excuse me. They do know where they are at all times in that squared circle.
You know, a lot of people are going to complain that Harlem did not hook the leg, but when you outweigh a guy by almost 50, 60 pounds, you want to put every bit of that weight across the shoulders. That leg in this situation is probably not going to add any leverage to that pinfall.
Harlem Bravado picking him up. Beautiful delayed vertical suplex. Showing the power, showing the size difference. Tell me, when you're doing a delayed, does that make it hurt more? Give me a little analysis of that maneuver.
Basically, what you're trying to do is make all the blood in your body rush to your brain. That way, not only will the impact knock the breath out of you, but it's going to make you dizzy, and it may open you up to a pinfall. 1, 2, 3 right in the middle. In this case, it didn't work, but brilliant wrestling by Harlem, going right back to cutting off the air, cutting off the oxygen, and at the same time kind of taking a break right there with the rear chin lock.
And cutting down the pacing of this matchup. Los Ben Dejos, they thrive on speed and quickness. Bravado's more on the technicalities of professional wrestling. They know when they slow it down, it favors them.
And just as you mentioned that, he gets up and nails a good forearm, but Harlem right there to cut him back off. But here we go, the pace quickens. Back body drop, gets underneath him and flips him. Can he make the tag? He's got to tag. That is the name of the game, tag team wrestling. He has to tag in the fresh man for them to be able to take advantage of this situation.
Cruz has to tag Rios, being blocked by Harlem Bravado. He knows where he is in the ring at all time, and if he cuts off that tag, he's gonna have to keep that man in the ring a little bit longer.
You know, interesting, I brought up them not using strikes, but something must have got, whoa, 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 DDT right in the middle. Nice spin around, caught him hurricane style. What would we call that, hurricane? Or you could call it a spin wheel. You could call it tilt-a-whirl, as the kids like to say down here at Myrtle Beach, right? Tilt-a-whirl.
Well, the pavilion's gone. It's not quite as much tilt-a-whirls going on in Myrtle Beach these days.
Who's that guy in the corner right there?
That is the beautiful Aaron Varnam, the man, the golden tones you hear right now. Jay Rios starting some momentum, getting the hot tag. Jay Rios getting reversed. Lancelot, look at that. Jay Rios kicking out the base of Lancelot. Here comes Rios, big boot to the face, hook in the leg.
Lancelot tried to take a page out of Cruz's book going for a back body drop, but Rios saw it coming, flipped to his feet, and was able to get a super kick to the legs. Very smart. You got to ground the big guys, you know, and then keep it fast. Keep it fast. Go, 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 go.
Fast and furious, just like this matchup and just like the greatest film franchise of all time.
Please don't ever say that ever again.
Beautiful!
Oh, he got it again. This time he could get the cover. All the weight's on the shoulders, leg hook, no.
Lancelot
almost had it.
Kicking out,
right
Harlem
there.
jumping in right there. Harlem Lancelot. This matchup is a fun little matchup, fun little ditty that we are seeing on Midnight Mayhem tonight. If you want to find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Midnight Mayhem CW21, you can see all these men, and you get to see another one of these maneuvers right here.
Hooks him up for the Gory Buster, swings through that downward spiral. He got all of it. Hooks the leg, 1, 2. No! What the?
Corey Etzel is leaving right now.
Not, I'm back.
Oh, well, he got up. He was getting into this matchup very well. The Bravado Brothers, they know that this is their time in this matchup.
Hooks him up, inverted DDT. They're going for that tag team finisher. Hooks him up there. Wheelbarrows, but pulls him out. Nice move. Can they take advantage?
Jay Cruz, smart maneuver by Jay Cruz, pulling out one of the Bravados, and here comes the momentum. Look at that Yakuza kick by Jay Rios.
Cruz is going up to the top rope. Rios is right behind him. What do they got here?
Here comes Rios.
Bombs away Ray Stevens style.
Here comes Cruz. Beautiful senton. This is it, folks. 1, 2.
Oh, even the referee could not believe this match is still going.
Harlem Bravado. Showing bravado right there. That man just saved the matchup for the Bravado Brothers.
The savior of this tag team, Harlem Bravado, has broke up 2 very, very near falls.
All 4 men, sheer exhaustion setting in after a 30-minute matchup of this pace.
This is almost like a demolition derby. I think that got in on the first segment. But this is what happens to the cars at the end of it. They're just running, and it's the last man standing. Look at this, trading forearms, boot to the face.
Harlem Bravado needs to show some bravado right now. Beautiful.
Giant Bernard style bicycle kick. That's for you, KC.
Jay Rios out of it. Here comes Harlem and Jay Cruz. Cruz, beautiful knee. Is this gonna be it?
No, smartly he rolls to the side. He can't be covered by the ropes. Nice ring awareness by this tag. These guys are great. These bravados are great.
Inside out, nice little back cracker, and here comes
Acai moonsault, got the knees up. Here we go, setting it up again. They got it right in the middle. Can they get him? Can they get him?
1, 2, 3.
Got him, that's all.
The Bravado Brothers, your winner on Midnight Mayhem. Folks, that was a hell of a matchup. I feel exhausted watching this matchup. This matchup, epic. Epic, that's all I can say. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Midnight Mayhem CW21. And you can see the Cowboy even getting in on this.
Cowboy definitely trying to get his spot on television right here on Midnight Mayhem.
Folks, your winners, Bravado Brothers. Thank you for watching. Next week, we're going to have a hell of a matchup you don't want to miss. I think we might see another female matchup coming up. I don't know, a women's matchup. Are you going to be here?
You usually have to pay extra for female on female action. Oh, man, I am in Myrtle Beach.
Woo! Thank you for watching.
Barbaric. Let that word resound.